this is Kasturi Day. Today I'm going to discuss the question answer of the physical and chemical change. This chapter is according to ICSE syllabus class 8. In my last video I discussed the text portion of this chapter. Now today I'll start with the question answers. Okay. So when quicklime is placed in water, an exothermic reaction takes place. It's a fill in the blanks. Okay. So the blank will be exothermic reaction taking place, and the reaction mixture gets very hot. When red hot coke, which is in solid state, reacts with sulfur vapor, the product carbon disulfide is in the liquid state. The blank will be liquid. Okay, so the ferrous sulfate solution reacts with sodium hydroxide solution to form a dirty green precipitate of ferrous hydroxide. Lead nitrate crystals on heating strongly leave behind a strong solid residue which is in yellow color. Okay, when copper sulfide is treated with hydrochloric acid, it gives off a gas which is known as hydrogen sulfide gas, which has a foul smell. No new substances are formed during a physical change. The heat energy supplied during a physical change is no way utilized to change the arrangement of the molecules of a substance. Okay, we know that during a physical change no new substance is formed, no chemical arrangement does not differ, composition of the chemical composition of the substance does not differ, only the state color, these can change. Okay, then sublimation of camphor is an example of physical change because it comes back to its original state when the conditions are reversed. Then the process of liquid changing into a solid is called freezing. The change which alters the composition of a substance is known as a chemical change. There is no change in the mass of the substance during a physical change. Again, it's the property of the physical change. Okay, the reaction in which energy is evolved is called exothermic reaction, and in which the reaction in which the energy is absorbed, that's an endothermic reaction. Okay, this happens only during chemical change where there is either absorption um, uh, or release of energy in the form of heat and light. Okay, then write true or false. Gold on hammering can form a thin sheet of gold. That's true. Then burning of hydrogen and oxygen to form water is an example of a physical change. That's false, because when we burn hydrogen and oxygen, it combines together forming a new substance, that is water, because hydrogen and oxygen, those two are gases, and the product is a liquid. Okay, and that has different properties, altogether different than the hydrogen and oxygen properties. Okay, so it's a chemical change, so the statement is false. Then hydrogen gas react with chlorine gas to form a liquid hydrochloric acid. No, it forms when hydrogen gas combines with chlorine gas, it forms hydrogen chloride gas, not a liquid hydrogen chloric acid. Okay, when this hydrogen chloride gas reacts with water, it forms hydrochloric acid. Okay, now the red lead oxide on strong heating gives off oxygen gas. That's true. Then a lead nitrate solution on mixing with potassium iodide, lead nitrate with potassium iodide solution forms a green precipitate of lead iodide. No, it forms a yellow precipitate. So the statement is false. The molecules of ice, water, or stream always contain 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. That's true. A lot of energy is usually absorbed or given out during a physical change. No, this property is of a chemical change, not of a physical change. So the statement is false. Which, or when a chemical change takes place in matter, we commonly say a chemical reaction takes place. That's false. The statement given below are incorrect. To write the correct statement. Lead nitrate crystals on strong heating decompose to form lead dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygen gas. It forms lead monoxide, not lead dioxide. Okay, the reaction between magnesium and oxygen is an endothermic reaction. reaction. No, the statement is false. It forms an exothermic reaction. Okay. The decomposition of ammonium chloride into ammonia and oxygen is an exothermic reaction. No, when the decomposition of ammonium chloride is ammonia and hydrogen chloride. Okay, and this reaction is endothermic reaction. Okay. Then copper carbonate on strong heating leaves behind this will be ammonia and chlorine gas. Okay, that's not hydrogen chloride. Okay, because the decomposition of ammonium chloride will be ammonia and chlorine. Okay, and this is an endothermic reaction. This Then copper carbonate on strong heating leaves behind a residue known which is green in color. No, it's black in color. Ammonia gas and HCl gas react to form gaseous ammonium chloride. Okay, that is solid ammonium chloride, not gaseous ammonium chloride. See, this is a reaction between ammonia and HCl gas. Okay, but here the decomposition of ammonium chloride means ammonium chloride breaks into ammonia and chlorine. Okay, then the heat energy supplied during a physical change is utilized to change the composition of a molecule of a substance. It is not no way utilized. Okay, the heat energy supplied during a physical change is not at all utilized to change the composition of the molecule, because the composition of the molecule is not changed in a physical change. Okay, then a chemical change can be easily reversed. It cannot be reversed. Then rust of iron is an example of a physical change. No, it's a chemical change because a new substance, altogether new substance, is formed during rusting. Okay. Now choose the correct answer. The reaction between magnesium and oxygen is an exothermic reaction. The decomposition of sodium bicarbonate on heating is an endothermic reaction. When lead nitrate crystals are strongly heated, the color of one of the gas evolved is reddish brown. When ammonia gas reacts with hydrochloric acid gas, it is in the solid state. When silver nitrate solution is mixed with sodium chloride solution, a precipitate of silver chloride is formed, which is in white color. The silver chloride precipitate is white in color. Then which of the following changes can be generally reversed? It's a physical change that can be generally reversed. Okay, then formation of vapors is an example of this physical change. Okay, then there is usually an apparent change in weight during a chemical change. Then a physical change differs from a chemical change when the first option, that is no new substances is formed, but in case of chemical change new substances formed. Physical properties change, but in case of chemical change chemical properties change. Okay, so the third and the fourth case is not done in this question. Okay, so the first two options, that is no new substances formed and physical properties change, these two are the are selected for this answer. Then the equation that represents a chemical change is carbon plus oxygen gives us carbon dioxide. That's altogether different gas that is formed and has a different property other than carbon and oxygen. Okay, now this ice changes to water, that's a physical change. Water to steam, again steam can reverse to water, so that's not a chemical change, that's a physical change. Then water with common salt, it produces a solution of common salt, that is also a physical change. Now, next question, classify the following as a physical or a chemical change. Drying of wet clothes, that's a physical change, because if we dry some wet clothes, we can also wet the clothes which are dried again with if we dip them into water. So that's a physical change. Manufacture of salt from seawater, that is also physical change, because seawater contains salt, which can be seawater, if evaporated we can get the salt, and if we add water to it again it becomes seawater. So that is a physical change. Butter getting rancid, that's a chemical change, because butter when gets rancid, it will not get back to butter again if the conditions are reversed. Then boiling of water, that's a physical change. Burning of paper, that's a chemical change. Melting of wax, that's a physical change. Some of the part is physical, some of the part is this the melting of wax is a physical change, but burning of candle, that has some chemical change also. Then burning of coal, that's a chemical change. Formation of clouds, that's a physical change. Making of a sugar solution, that's a physical change. Glowing of an electric bulb, that's a physical change. As soon as you switch off the bulb, the current goes off, and it will stop glowing. So that's a physical change. Again, if you switch on the bulb, then it will start glowing. So that's a physical change. Curdling of milk, that's a chemical change. Once the milk changes into curd, it will not get back to milk again. Next, we come to some differentiations. Slow and fast change. The change that takes place in a longer period of time, which takes a long period of time to change, that's a slow change. A fast change that takes place in a very short time. For example, say rusting of iron, ripening of fruits, growing of trees, these are slow changes, whereas fast changes are burning of paper, stretching of a rubber band, bursting of crackers, etc. Then desirable change and undesirable change. So those changes which are desired to occur, which we want that it should occur, that's a desirable change. And undesirable changes which we do not want, which we don't desire to occur. Okay, for example, see ripening of the fruits, germination of the seeds. So these are desirable changes, whereas undesirable changes like souring of milk, rotting of fruits, we don't want these things to happen. No, so that's an undesirable changes. Then periodic and non-periodic changes. The changes that repeat themselves after a fixed period of time, that's a periodic change, like occurring of day and night, rotation of the earth, revolution of the earth. These occur in a period, stipulated time period. They can be predicted also, because they repeat in a fixed period of time, they repeat themselves. Then non-periodic changes occur certainly at irregular intervals. They can happen. Okay, they do not repeat themselves. Okay, and they cannot be predicted also. So like natural disasters like earthquake, cyclones, okay, tsunamis, these all things. Then reversible changes and irreversible changes. Again, reversible changes in this, the changes in which substances can return to their original state, but in this irreversible changes, they do not return to their original state. The substances, the chemical properties of this substance do not change in case of reversible, but in irreversible changes, the chemical properties, they undergo changes. Okay, then most physical changes are reversible, whereas most chemical changes, like all the chemical changes, are irreversible changes. Okay, for example, say I'm melting of the ice into water, then camphor subliming, these all are reversible changes, whereas irreversible changes like coke burning in air, digestion of food occurring, so these are all irreversible changes. Okay, so I think I'll stop here. I'll continue with the rest of the question answers in my next video. Please go through this. If you have any doubt, please do write in the comment box. If you want to know some more questions, you want to discuss some more questions, you please do it. Write in the comment box. You can also refer to my email ID, that is kasturi74@gmail.com. Okay, and please to share with your friends so that they can also be knowing these videos, and they can also study from these videos. They can okay, and also do subscribe to get the notification of my next video. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.